Good evening. This is my Module 1 discussion. What counts as virtuality? For your first discussion, highlight your preconceptions about what virtuality means or what the term encompasses. So for this week's lecture and also the TED Talk, we discussed the difference between virtual reality and augmented reality. And so virtual reality is an artificial computer-generated world that can be experienced and interacted with versus augmented reality being you're still experiencing the real world. It's just with the addition of some type of computer or technology. And it was really interesting to learn about the different uses for virtual reality in the TED Talk, especially like the medical uses. I really liked the PTSD treatment that the military is funding and still working with right now, but it allows PTSD victims to re-experience what they went through, but in a very safe and controlled environment. And I think that this is a great introduction to treatments in the medical world. When it comes to virtuality, I imagine it is more heavy on the technical space or the computer generated portion of it, and not so much the real world. Some of my preconceptions about it, obviously I think that it's still very, very fresh and fairly new, the same way that a lot of these things are still being tested. I imagine with pros comes cons. I imagine there are some dangers with it and some people will be using it incorrectly. But in this week's discussion, Dr. Thayer brought up the use of avatars, and she brought the example of she's a 30-year-old woman and she has a 16-year-old avatar, does interactions with other 16-year-olds online. Is that lawful? Is that ethical? So I imagine that space and that area when it comes to virtuality is a gray area, but I look forward to learning more about that.